So when I say that Mortal Kombat Legends Cage Match is top 5 movies of 2023, I'm literally not kidding when I say this. This movie alone made me a huge Johnny Cage fan as a whole because I just love this movie from beginning to end. There was no issues, no bad moments, no bad acting, no bad pacing. Everything about this movie was just top notch. I can't begin to tell you how extremely satisfied of how much I adore this movie, because it's an 80s theme. Even though I wasn't born in the 80s, I was born in the 90s, but I can appreciate the 80s culture of where the phenomenon started when it comes to action films, because 80s were like known for action-packed movies and all of that. Take Chuck Norris and all the other big blockbuster names in Hollywood in the industry, for example. This movie is the definition of what it's like to be in the 80s in the industry, being an action star, being known for the Ninja Mind franchise. And now he's about to go on this island that is Mortal Kombat. But besides that, I had a good time watching this movie because I just got stuck to this film. I was struggling all day trying to find some free movies online just to watch this film, and I finally saw it. I couldn't watch it on the free movie app because every time I click on it, it just wouldn't play right and it wouldn't even come on. So I had to just find best free movie sites to watch this film because the action was good. Aushra, Kai, Kotaka, and Jennifer, all of them were just insane in this movie. I can't even begin to tell you how crazy this movie was in terms of the fight scenes goes, because the animation was just fantastic. You can feel the 80s theme all over it, with the lining, with the little color on the side, the anatomy. Like, you know how you make your thumbnails with the Photoshop app? Like, that's literally what it looks like. But Johnny Cage was the biggest star of the movie because I felt like when he was a kid, he was bullied badly. So his mother took him to this karate school and it completely changed his life forever. And so when the bullies was trying to bully him one day, he just break his arm and let him know, hey, don't ever mess with me. I'm a black belt. I'm a martial artist now. So take an L. And he's been traveling all over the world because he feel like even though his master taught him everything he needs to know, it wasn't enough for him. So he just decided to just travel all over the globe to learn from different martial arts masters to be the person that he is right now. But the fight scenes with Kai and Aushra was really good. They were fighting over the scroll, and it was a scroll that releases demons, and it turns out it was the one that actually was summoning Shinnok. And Shinnok was pretty much a disappointment in this movie, even though he beat the brakes out of Johnny Cage for the most part. But I think in the end, Johnny Cage found a way to just beat the brakes out of him. And Aushra and his assistant did all the work. But Aushra was the one that actually was killing all of the demons and was just using her moves from the games to fight them off, including destroying her own sister. And Johnny Cage, even though he's a ladies' man, he almost got it on with Kotaka. The black chick from the game. I don't know if she's from the game or she's just an original creation. I'm not sure. But she was fine. Like, she was fine too. He didn't care what color you are. Like, if you fine, he'll probably get your number one way or another, because that's the type of man he is, though. So I gotta respect him for that. But this manager that took Johnny Cage in that day when he traveled to California and he lived there, when he saw the robber trying to rob somebody, and this producer just took him in to make him a big star, until they did this big chase scene, try to chase Aushra for the scroll. And that was probably the best scene out of this movie because I just love the music and the chase scene. Everything about this movie was just spot on. Not to mention when he finally got his powers for the first time, the origins of how he got it. And we finally got to see Rainy in this movie, even though he was continuing to encourage Aushra to chase the scroll and do her best the next time. So it was also revealed that her sister was part of this big brotherhood of evil in terms of summoning demons and stuff like that. I mean, I'll probably have to watch it again in order to get a better understanding. I'm just giving you my opinions on it. But in the end, I had a blast with this movie. I think it's one of the absolute best animated film NetherRealm Studios has ever done. And kudos to all the voice actors that have done an amazing job on the characters. I feel like I want more out of Johnny Cage. This 80s theme for this Mortal Kombat movie fits everything. Just imagine if Mortal Kombat would have came out back in the late 80s in the arcades. Just imagine that, getting the original characters debuting in that timeline instead of in 1992. At the end of the day, I got what I want out of this movie. I was completely satisfied of what I got out of it. So if I were to rate Mortal Kombat Legends Cage Match, I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 because this was a fun film. I had a great time watching it. Like, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll probably put the link in the description so you'll be able to check it out for yourselves and let me know what your thoughts on this film. But other than that, man, Cage Match gives a 5 out of 5 for me. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments.